Welcome to ChiroSecure's Empowering Women in Chiropractic, the Facebook Live show for successful women by successful women, proving once again women make it happen. Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. Now join today's host, Dr. Julie McLaughlin, as she talks learning, living, and teaching. And now, here's Dr. Julie.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Julie McLaughlin for Empowering Women today, sponsored by ChiroSecure. And we are going to be talking about the goals for the next normal. We are in a really wild time in this history of the world. And so we need to kind of get our bearings and our plans reset. So going forward, we can take control of our next normal. So I have some slides that I'm going to share with you. So let's get started on that. So what are the goals that we make for our next normal? We usually don't talk about goals and new marketing plans and new plans, except for at the beginning of the year. But like we were talking about when I did my show a couple weeks ago, this is a next normal. And everything that we did before really is totally changed in what we're doing now in such a short period of time. So one thing that has not changed is ChiroSecure, and I want us all to give them some thumbs up, some little hearts, some love for sponsoring not only Empowering Women, but so many amazing shows that they have helped us immensely, not only through this COVID and craziness, but they're always there to help us. So let's give them some love because they really are the best. So our target is moving, right? Every day we have a new place that our attention is being focused. And with all the changes in the rules that are coming at us every single day, like for example, I'm only at 50% capacity. My staff's not in because, they make more money on unemployment. I'm wearing scrubs for the first time in 33 years. And I'm breaking the rules. I'm not wearing a ponytail right now. So there's so many rules that we can't keep up with them all. And so when we look at that, we want to try to make those rules fit for what we're going to be doing. So I want you to take and plan for the next 90 days, a whole new marketing plan, whole new goals, whole new vision for your practice, because things have changed. A lot of us have gone from brick and mortar. If we were closed down, Chicago's had a lot of really crazy closures here. So we've had to do telehealth. So wherever you are and whatever your circumstances are right now, I want you to make a new plan for the next 90 days. And I want you to plan your goals and your needs for your communities and for your patients. And these are what we're going to look at. We want to plan our marketing and our goals with our patients and lead with compassion and empathy, because right now that's what people need the most. Where everybody's social distancing, we're not in the same kind of community that we were before. So everything needs to be, how are you? How are you doing? And if they say fine, then you say, how are you really doing? So you want to really let them know that you're there for them to help them. So meet them where they are. And then make it sustainable. Make it for something that you can do in an ongoing basis. So some of the things that we're doing is some of us are able to go back to brick and mortar, and some of us had been doing virtual only, and now we can be doing a combination. I know our consultations when we're going over labs and things like that, nutrition, we're still keeping those virtual. So we keep our social distancing. We've spread out our appointments longer throughout the day. We don't have them as close together. So we're doing a combination between brick and mortar. So we're absolutely adjusting people and doing some of our other services. But here, massage isn't open now. We have a gym. The gym isn't open. Infrared sauna is not open. So having that combination is really our next normal. And so when I look at making a business vision, I was doing this for myself, for my practice. So I thought I wanted to share it with all of you. And these are the different categories that I want you to look at for your business vision plan. I want you to look at your income. I want you to look at your professional growth, your personal development, your personal life, and your retirement. And I want you to look at it right now for 90 days. And then I want you to look at it for 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. I know most of us do this at the beginning of the year, but now everything has changed. What was normal is no longer normal. So what has changed for you, and how can you pivot where you are to accommodate our new circumstances? So I want you to make a little graph, a little chart, and fill these in for each of these categories. So your income, your professional growth, and so on. So when we look at income, of course, you want your income to grow. You want to get back to where you were pre-COVID, and you want to also increase from where you were, right? So you want to have a diverse revenue, and not just maybe the practice. Maybe you have some supplement sales that are coming in. Maybe you start to do some telehealth. Maybe you're teaching some online courses for your patients. So I need you to try to make that income and diversify those revenue streams, and even create a reoccurring revenue. Maybe membership sites where you're getting those patients to come in and be on a membership, and you're doing group coaching calls. So think outside the box. Now is the time to think outside the box. What about your professional growth? Do you need to hire another doc? Rent unused space that you're not using because you're not seeing as many people. Decrease your office size, or create a new referral relationship with some other docs in your community. What can you do to grow professionally? And then personally, if you have extra time right now, take more online classes, do more telehealth online, work on some memberships. That's what I've been doing with my patients is we have these online courses that I've been doing once a week for them on different topics. And we've created a membership in Facebook groups. Even get a marketing coach to help you develop personally and become better at what you do in this next normal. And make your family a priority, because at the end of the day, with all the craziness in the world, our family is what really, really counts. You know, think of if you're starting a new family, or maybe your kids are going off to college, and you want to spend more time with them. So you're either going to upsize or downsize, or what are your hobbies? Do something that you can enjoy, but make that in your vision. And then visualize your retirement. Contribute to your IRA if you can. Look at any major purchases you're going to come up with. Maybe you're going to move. Maybe you want to move to a warmer climate or a different climate. But write those things down in your vision plan. So this I just did on a little Excel spreadsheet, and write those things down. So your income, your professional growth, your professional development, family, and retirement. And just free flow and write what your vision is. And then once you have that vision, I want you to make a new 90-day business goal plan, right? And these are the 9 topics that I want you to think about. I want you to think about leadership. I want you to think about being a manager. I want you to think about marketing. I want you to think about money, systems, processes, new business, referrals, and ideas. So if you are watching this, have a piece of paper, I want you to write down these categories, because this is what I want you to write out for the next 90 days. What are you going to do in each of these categories? Because it will really, really start to spark how you can make this new jump to this next normal. So I'll give you a little example. So let me get, oops, sorry. Let me get that started here. Oh, I'm going to go backwards for you. Okay, so when we're looking at leadership, so we want to ask these 4 questions. And so I would put on your little graph leadership, and then write these 4 questions down. What would I love to create in this area of my business? Specific goals, and what outcomes do I want? That's one question in leadership, right? And so then the next question would be, what's the purpose for achieving this goal, and why do I want it, and how will my business benefit from this? That's your second question. And then I want you to write specific projects and steps that are needed to achieve this goal. And how am I going to make it happen? Write those specific things down. Really think this out. And then, of course, we always want to put a timeline on it. When will I achieve this goal? And what does that timeline and deadline look like? So with leadership, this is what I wrote down. I want to create a virtual team because I'm creating more virtual content and doing more telehealth. So I need someone to help me manage that. So that is one of the things that I want to create. And so how do we achieve it? We put ads out. We put out feelers in our contact group of somebody who knows a virtual assistant, virtual teams. We want to diversify our practice. So we still want to be a good leader and a good doctor in our office, but we want to diversify and have some more online virtual things. And we want to continue to educate our patients and stay connected with our patients through online education, because all of that is going to keep our community together. And so then when they do need you in your brick and mortar, they're going to come in and see you. So when we look at this one is for marketing and what you can do. For manager and what you could do. Again, I asked those 4 same questions. So who can you delegate to? So if you're not, all your regular employees aren't back in the office, that's when you could think about hiring a virtual team and delegate, because you can use your skills to a much higher level than copying, pasting, sorting, posting things. So use your skill set for the actual coaching and consulting, and delegate to those other people who have those other types of social media skills. But improve your skills as well. Improve your education. Do your CE hours now, and become a better manager. And then assign projects and manage those projects. So those are some of my specific goals that I'm going to be doing over the next 90 days. And so when you look at it, make a little graph, and this is how you want it to look. You put all the topics at the top, and then put those 4 questions and go through in your own practice in this new world that we live in. What is it going to look like, and what are those goals going to be? And that's going to help you get another jump start, because all of us feel like someone took our bucket and just dumped out the marbles and they're all over the table. This is going to help you get organized again and get you back on the path to growth. So you want to take your next normal to a new level. So figure out what your vision is, what are your actions that you're going to do, what are your timelines, and what are your goals. Those are the 4 things that I want you to do, and plan it for the next 90 days. And I think you'll feel a lot more grounded where you are, and it will help you progress in your practice. So I know you're all going to have great success in your next normal. So I hope this helped you out to plan your marketing strategies and your goals for the next 90 days. So again, thank you, ChiroSecure, for sponsoring Empowering Women. We love you and we appreciate you so much. And be sure to turn into Empowering Women again next week, or no, not next week, 2 weeks from now. And we will all be joining you then. Bye-bye.
Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. We hope you enjoyed this week's Facebook Live event. Please like us on Facebook, comment, and share. We look forward to seeing all of you next week for another episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic. Now, go ahead and hit the share button and tell your friends and colleagues about the show. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. This has been a ChiroSecure production.